guys, and welcome back to an episode of Off the Shelf. I'm Wrestling Time HD, and this week what we found off the shelf was...
But for Miami detectives Marcus Burnett and Mike Lowry.
This was our career bust, which is what, $100 million?
Just do what you do, only faster.
What's up?
The law will be served. Justice will be done.
You forgot your boarding pass.
Oh, shit.
And boys will be boys. Bad boys.
Bad Boys. Actually, the first one, this is a collection here, we watched the first one, released in 1995, starring Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Tia Leone, and Joe Pantoliano. Also, this is Michael Bay's directorial debut, so yes, this was the beginning of the explosions, this was the beginning of the Bayhem. And I will say that this film, for a directorial debut, is good. Obviously, it's not, like, groundbreaking or anything. It's not, like, amazing, incredible. But it's fun, right? It's a fun action movie, and really, that's all you can really ask for. Especially when you get later into Michael Bay's career, you start to learn that some of his movies start to not get fun. So it's nice to have his first movie be at least fun, right? And this film, while... yes, there is room for improvement. I have heard the second one is better. I do like it in the fact that it's just dumb fun, right? It doesn't take itself very seriously. It's, like, barely... like, there's a lot of action, too. Like, there's barely any, like, boring moments. Like, there's a lot of action, there's comedy, like, there's something going on, right? And you can enjoy that. And I think that that's what I want for an action movie. I want it to be funny. I want it to be fun, I want it to be ridiculous, and I want to just have a good time watching it. Or you're going to have the exact opposite, have it be super serious, and have it, you know, all that. But, like, two sides of the coin, right? And overall, really enjoyed it. I do think, though, something that I find kind of funny is that Martin Lawrence was billed over Will Smith in this film, which is kind of funny when you think about it, because now Will Smith is the much bigger actor, but at the time, he was still kind of fairly new to the acting scene, right? He was still kind of a rapper at the time, because if you didn't know, he was a rapper before he became an actor. But, yeah, I think that's kind of funny. And another thing is, while the performances are good, I do also think that, like... so the best actor in this film is probably Joe Pantoliano. While Martin Lawrence isn't an amazing actor, he's a decent comedian. And well, this was still really early in Will Smith's career, so he hadn't really, like... he was still kind of just decent, right? He got better as his career went on. But overall, nobody was bad. I don't think anybody was bad. I don't think it was distracting. And overall, I think this was a good first film. As I said, good first film. And, I mean, it had a lot of explosions. And they were real, practical explosions, too. That's not something you can say for other Michael Bay movies. But, you know, there was... at the end of the film, there was blowing up air... like, fucking blowing up planes and fucking... like, a singular explosive barrel could blow up an entire car. It's like a fucking video game, right? Like a car crashes into a barrel that's explosive. Doesn't shoot the barrel. Just crashes into the barrel and just boom. Just boom. Literal video game logic. And it's dumb, but it's fun. Obviously, the film story is pretty simple. Essentially, you got these two cops who are trying to solve a murder case, and they're protecting the sole witness of the murder, while also trying to stop the bad guys who murdered the guy who the witness saw get murdered, and they also stole heroin from an evidence locker in the precinct, and they're also trying to kill the girl because she's the witness, and obviously she's a witness, they want to kill her. And essentially it's just the cops against the evil drug lord bad guys, and the drug lord bad guys want to kill the girl that they're protecting, and that's pretty much it, right? And they're also trying to solve a murder case, but in reality, they're just kind of trying to kill that guy, right? Very simple, and in my opinion, most action movies don't need a super complex plot. They don't need a bunch of moving parts. I think, honestly, A simple, straightforward story is good enough, especially for a film like this one. And it was fun, right? The story was fun, the characters were fun, the interactions were fun, and overall, just a fun movie, right? I had a good time with it. And obviously, it's just like, just a dumb fun action movie, right? You can't get much. There's not much like to say, it doesn't have much to say. It doesn't have any like deeper meaning, at least to me. Maybe there is like a little bit of something to say, but it's like surface level, right? It's not saying anything complex. But what do you expect, right? Like, what do you expect? So yeah, and I say that, yeah, not every action movie is like this, because this is more of like an action comedy, right? Almost all the dialogue is like jokey or quippy, and it's just, as I said, it doesn't take itself very seriously. It's clearly a comedy with how the characters interact with each other and how the certain scenarios play out. It's very comedic, and as I said, the film does not take itself too seriously. Obviously, it's not a fucking clown show. It's not a circus. You know what I mean? It's not fucking parody, weird, like, super jokey lame, but it is a comedy, right? And I do like that, I do like action comedies. Of course, it's very hit or miss with action comedies, because if a bad comedy is the worst kind of movie, because it's just so awkward and unfunny, you don't want to live anymore after watching a bad comedy, is basically what I'm saying. But this is not one of those. While not every joke landed, I did laugh at most of it. Or at least I did a chuckle or a guffaw here and there, But some of the jokes, I acknowledge, like, hey, that's pretty funny. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? I acknowledge that. And overall, that was a good part. Really liked the comedic aspect to it. Also, as I mentioned before, the action was great. I do think, obviously, the explosion extravaganza was good, as I said before. And overall, it's just a pretty decent movie. It's decent and fun. And what else could you ask for in a movie like this? What else could you ask for? So, if you guys did not know, I'm actually watching this film to prepare. I'm going to watch all the Bad Boys movies to prepare. Maybe not review all of them, but I will watch all of them to prepare for the fourth one coming out soon. And obviously, I don't know anything about this franchise, so I started out with the first one, and we're going to go up. But I have high hopes for it. I mean, I liked this first one. People say the second one is better. I don't know anything about the third one. I haven't heard anything about the third one. But if all three are good, then I have high hopes for the fourth one, and I do want to prepare for the fourth one because I do want to watch it. And I just hope it has the same like energy. I hope it's as fun as this one. That's what I want. So yeah, the trailer looks pretty good, at least to me. It looks pretty good. And yeah, I have decent expectations for it. I expect to have a fun time. And I had a fun time with this movie, and I hope I have a fun time with the other movies. And, yeah, I would definitely recommend this film. If you're a fan of, action, if you're a fan of, comedies, action comedies, if you just want to have a good time, maybe you could get a couple friends or maybe some family together. It's not, like, I mean, obviously there's some, like, risque stuff in there, but it's not even that prevalent. I mean, it's obviously, like, rated R, right? So there's, like, some adult themes in there. But, yeah, get some friends together, watch it. It's a movie you don't need to pay too much attention to. Like, it's just fun, right? And, yeah, would recommend it. And overall, I think I'd rate it a 7 out of 10. Had a great time with it, and I would recommend it. And, yeah. I think I've said what I see. I think I've said what I need to say. I think I've said my piece. So, guys, I hope you all like this video. Share with friends. Subscribe, turn notifications on, comment down below how much you liked it. And I'm Running Time HD. Off to blow up some shit. Michael Bay. Remember that meme? That was like in the early 2010s. Like green screen explosion. Like, it's right there. Motherfucker, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know who you are. You don't know anything. You don't know me. You don't know nobody. You don't know me.